Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Man, oh man, basketball fever. All right, always a great time of year, at least as of this recording. I'm recording this on the day of the college basketball national championship, where it'll be the UConn Huskies taking on the San Diego State Aztecs. The San Diego State Aztecs. And my pick, again, I'm a Georgetown fan, I'm a Maryland fan, and none of my teams are in it. So I got to go with UConn because it's not only is it an up north team, but their main player, Jordan Hawkins, well, one of their main players, I don't want to call him their main player. They got a good team, they got a solid team. But one of their main guys, a guy named Jordan Hawkins, and he's from the DMV, went to DeMatha, and that whole, again, another one of the great basketball players that's come out of that program. And because they're playing tonight, it got me thinking about my childhood growing up and, them always being the team that has gotten in the way of me being an actual WCAC champion. They were the team. They are the standard year in and year out. And it kind of takes me back to actually before I got to high school, and I talked about Coach Vastos on multiple occasions, and I remember there was a time where he was our coach. He was our coach when I played for the White Oak Warriors, when I played in Pop Warner. He was our coach my first year in 2002, our first year in Pop Warner in 2002 when we won the championship. And I remember he had made a point. He had made a point to us at one point during the season. He goes, look, because he was talking about Maryland football, and then he was also talking about Eastern Region. He goes, look, when we get to Florida, we're representing MFA, which stood for Maryland Football Association. He goes, so that's all you out there. You got to respect your opponent because that's all you, and that's all. That this is where you come from, and these are going to be your peers growing up. And then he said the same thing about the Eastern Region, and we ultimately ended up going to Florida and winning the championship and that whole nine. And and once I got to high school and I went to Good Counsel, and I remember there was actually a summer. Geez, these bugs are killing me out here. That's the one thing about Florida, man. Not necessarily Florida, but being up this early in the morning, the bugs start going ham on you. But where was I? Oh, yeah. So once I got to high school, and it was all about us versus DeMatha. That's really what it was. It was Good Counsel versus DeMatha. There happened to be a summer workout. There was a summer workout in which we were doing some sprints and we were getting through it. And, as young high school kids, we were starting to complain a little bit about doing too many sprints. And I remember Coach telling us and letting us know. He goes, wait a minute. We got to do one for DeMatha, right? We got to do one more for DeMatha because that was our rival, as I've mentioned throughout this video. And it got us up, it made us go, it pushed us just a little bit more. And now, as I've graduated high school over close to 12, 15 years. I graduated in 07, so approaching 20 years ago now. And it still sticks. It still sticks in my mind because when you see your people, when you see the folks that are coming from the same neighborhoods you're coming from and doing some major things, you feel a part of it. And that's what I try to preach. That's what I try to impart and tell a lot of the business owners that I work with is if you can integrate and figure out ways to take your marketing, take your message, take your company, build your organization around what's taught on the athletic field and taught on the sports field. It's the loyalty. The loyalty is what you're going to have in your organization because they're going to start to feel like they're part of a team. And it's very important that you establish that so people aren't walking into your doors or walking into your business or walking into your company and just wanting a check, just doing it for the money. They're doing it to feel a part of something. They're doing it to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And again, that's what I teach. That's what I teach business owners to do every single day. So if you want to dive deeper into all of this, the main website, Make Your Move. Actually, before you go to makeyourmove.com, just check out aswandc.com, ASWAND, the C.com. And then that's going to link you to makeyourmove.com, which is a one-stop shop for all your teamwork and self-development needs. Make sure you inquire and bring me in to host a workshop for your company if you're interested in doing that. And all that, if you're a business owner listening to this, it's very, very important. And because, again, what I pride myself on is teaching people, teaching business owners how to establish themselves and integrate their business into what's being taught on the field and what's being taught in those organizations on the sports field, in which there's a loyal following. All right, Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.